Hello everyone, and welcome back to our daytime Pokemon card stream. It's Wednesday, and it's the daytime, and I've got Pokemon cards. Wow, this is really loud in my ear. Let me turn it down. I usually turn the music up for the live stream, but it's funny because some songs are a lot louder than others. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the daytime stream. We haven't had one of these in a while because for the last 2 weeks, we've had these holiday off days on Monday. And usually Monday is a daytime stream and Tuesday is an off day. Hey, what's up, David? What's up, Rusty Bone? What's up, Theodore Perez? Got a card priced up that's never been priced before. Wheezing is being added to the table. I removed a bunch of cards from the table. Basically, I removed all of the Pocket Monster 9s. I've decided I'm going to collect those. Those are going to go into my private collection. So I'm a buyer for the 9s now. And that's just because I'm looking at the cold hard facts. There's only like 19 of them. You know, you'll get like a PSA 9 of one of those Pocket Monster Cardos cards, and it's like pop 11. They're actually very rare. So that set is very rare. I'll be offering the lower grades, but from now on, I'll be buying up the 9s. What's up, P-Wen? Yo, mister. Yeah, I thought that they're going to be just as hard to obtain as the 10s. A lot of the 10s are like pop 10, pop 20. And a lot of the 9s are pop 10, pop 20, roughly in that area. Now, I have no doubt that there's going to be, the population on them will grow over time. But actually, I've done a lot of research on these cards for a long time. I only recently revealed that I was collecting them. And I had been buying them up in private. The raw cards. I'd been buying the raw cards up in private. And yeah, it's just, there's just not a lot of them. Not only are there not a lot of the cards, but part of the difficulty is that most of them are in bad condition. And that's because they weren't sold in booster packs. They were sold in vending machines. So it's a really weird product. If I want to do a mail-in grade, should I wait until you're into your new place? I think you could mail in now. We're moving on Friday. So, you know, if you want to hold off, you can hold off. And I need to get the address of the new place down so you can send it to the new place. You buying me stuff in private, mister? That's right. Is the weird Chinese box coming soon? We've got it now. Here it is. Speaking of which, you remind me, we need to get a Spanish vintage box so I can do a Spanish break for you guys who speak Spanish. Here we are. So we have the V-Star Chinese cards on the menu now. And, okay, let's move this over here. For the pack break, we have this beautiful Plasma break. Plasma Blast, I mean. Should I send you a big payment for my slab now? Or use this money to try and make the full amount to pay the whole thing? Decisions. So you're talking about gambling. If you just pay down the slab, no gambling. If you gamble, maybe you win the gamble. Maybe you lose the gamble. If you lose the gamble, it will be even harder to pay it down. So, you know, kind of the point of slabs is how conservative they are. Buying slabs is a conservative way to get into the hobby without doing any gambling. Kevin says, I just speak bad English. We got 6 people in here. We need 4 more. Is it a knockoff, says Rusty Bones? No, this is not fake product. This is real. This is not fake product. This is authentically printed by Nintendo. For sale in Taiwan and Hong Kong only. Made in Japan. See that? Made in Japan. These are printed by the Pokemon Company themselves. Very high quality, just like the Japanese cards. So that's official Chinese language product. I know, it seems kind of funny because there's so many counterfeiters. It shows you the damage that counterfeiters do to a hobby. So counterfeiters are real bad. All right. They're bad, McCoy. And, here are the Topps cards. We got the Topps 2000, the movie. And it's got 8 spots, and we got 5 people in. Cool. Here's the Unified Minds that we will be breaking pretty soon because it'll probably fill up lickety-split. It always does. And, yeah, so there you go. Now you've seen the stuff. What's up, guys? Take a quick look at the list, maybe. We've got the sub list. Doesn't move very fast. The Unified Minds list. All right, so we started this at the end of the stream yesterday, and it already took 7 spots. What's up, Solon? Glad you got a membership. Here's the medium for Crown Zenith, which I have not pre-ordered. Phantom Forces. Yup, people are actually in the Phantom Forces break. 5 people are in. That's an empty card. I can put this over here, actually. Wow, I can't believe how nice it is to stream in the day. I wish I was only streaming in the day. Streaming at night really drains me. Here's the large. The large has 4 guys in it. And you guys all know the large is what it was really meant to be. There's just one pull in this $3,900 card. So this is like the mega jackpot millions. If you don't want to spend $100 trying to pull that Scyther, you can win him from the sub list for 20 bucks. So jump in here for the Scyther. Hey, mister, going to put in an order. Sweet. Thank you, guys. Thank you for all your support. When you guys place an order, that's my paycheck. So I appreciate it, you guys. Happy to be here for you and offer you some services. We got to toss it over there. All right. We have room for more slabs on the table now. We don't have that many up here. Winning that 20 bucks would be a vibe. The 20 bucks. I'm about to go to sleep. Now it's going to be late night. What? What else we got? We got a, oh, here's a pristine vintage Top Series 2 Rapidash. It's a cool card. Can we do SLAB-AWAY for large mail in Graydon? I see what you're saying. You could just have me open up a store credit. Wouldn't that make more sense? Just have me open up a store credit and send me money, and I'll put it on a card for you. Or I guess, you know, if you really want, I can write it down in SLAB-AWAY. Do you prefer that? You think that method's better? Yeah, if you're just trying to have the discipline to save up for a big card grading. So now we're going to look up 10 Rapidash. There we go. All right, so there is a Rapidash 9.5 for 125, and that's it. So we get to kind of make up our price, but I'm going to be very reasonable with the price, I think, okay? So it is Rapidash. It did grade pristine. If the grades are low, people won't pay. Well, he's talking about a SLAB-AWAY where, well, I wouldn't grade him until the SLAB-AWAY was done. That's all. Yeah. Yeah. I sent an order 2 days ago. However, PayPal flagged it. They supposedly released the money before the stream last night, but you didn't service it last night. Did you finally get it? It says, so Vicente Gonzalez. Let me go look you up in PayPal, assuming you have the same name. How close is the destroy slab to finishing? It's about halfway done. It was at like 300 something. Why are you going to pay it off today? Oh, man, that'd be a lot of money. Okay, we're looking at Vicente. I wonder why they held it. I heard a couple people had that issue. Hey, mister, let me have 2 V-Star Universe. Okay, 2 V-Stars. Oh, that reminds me, I'm running very low on V-Star. Running low on V-Star. So I got to make a quick decision. There we go. All right, guys, are you ready? We got to get 30 grades together today. That's why I'm hoping to sell 30 TCCG grades to keep John busy. And let's see how many cards we can open. Shipping from my medium-sized bag and QLL my slabs. Oh, and all my slabs. Okay, sounds good. Can I pay $50 to get the drilled Lance's Charizard once it finally gets destroyed? No, he's not for sale. I find it very funny that the drilled card will have a value. But no, the drilled card cannot be sold. He's staying over here in our Museum of Drilled Cards. Here's Regigigas. All right, and we got Gyarados. You can actually buy any slab off the table and have me drill it live. So if you see a $10 card and you want to drill it, go for it. Increase the price of Star since low. No, we're not at that point, but we are running low. Actually, let me make sure. Maybe I should have done this before we went live. Let me just check something, because we might be lower than I realized. All right, we should be good. I have one more case of V-Star ready to go. But honestly, that should be used. What I'd like to do is I'd like to build not a position, I shouldn't say that, but I'd like to save a case or two of it. because I expect V-Star to go up over time. V-Star's a good set. Got some penny sleeves here. How's it going, everybody? We got a giveaway today. Funny enough, we didn't have a giveaway last night, even though the title said giveaway. Today, we don't say that in the title, and we do have a giveaway. Mister wants you to pay for the destroy slabs so he can get views on social media. That's right. That's because I'm smart. Mister, anyway, you can check my bag real quick to see if I can grade anything. I want to give John work, Miguel Guardado. Yeah, we can do that. Okay, Vicente. Miguel, we will take a look at your bag so you can get some grades for John. Maybe I should do complimentary pre-grades for people with large bags to tempt them into grading. Giveaway for the real fans. There we go. All right, Vicente. Thank you, Dad. All right, who-way-voo, huh? Maybe a Rayquaza. Have we never shipped you? Oh, is it Vincente? No? Okay, let me jump into PayPal. Vicente. Maybe we'd never shipped you before. Okay. Grabbing your name. Ooh, I like this song that's playing. Paper Mario. Such good memories, man. Okay, we're gonna grab this and print. Last night I had to buy $1,000 of postage. There you go. Luigi's Mansion. It's me, Luigi. Wahoo! That last song was fire AF. You liked it? What was it again? Hold on. This one? Super Mario Land. That's for the Game Boy. I played that when I was a little kid on my cousin's Game Boy because I wasn't allowed to own one. Good times. Actually, I have really good memories of that. So in this video game, I think the final boss, you're like flying or something. And we were driving up to my grandfather's grave and I was beating the game. And somehow I remembered it because it was such a strange mix of emotions. The excitement of defeating the boss of Mario. And then at the same time, you know, my mom was just like, just in such a depressed mood because we were visiting her father's grave. Yeah. And, you know, it was depressing for me too. I actually knew the guy. Yeah, he died pretty young. Let's see. What kind of orders do we got today? We got Nick Skajurseth. All right. He says, sending as a tip, can you add me on TikTok? I've got tons of CGC 10 slabs I'm trying to sell. Maybe you'll be interested in my collection. So I might. What you need to do is contact me on Discord or Instagram because TikTok is hard. I don't know much about communicating back and forth on TikTok, but I'm familiar with Discord a lot. So if you hop on our Discord server and just get in touch with me in a private message, I'll take a look at your slabs. Mr. Bark like a pit bull. Ruff, ruff, ruff. Can you please bark? Game Boy are high now. Damn, well, at least you have positive memories as well. Yeah, I don't know if I'd call it a positive memory. It was a very strange memory. Why delete my comments about your pricing? I thought you liked discussion. I don't even know what you're talking about, man. Are you talking to me or did probably the moderators? Deez Nut says, I can't find my Game Boy stash. I had like 19 of each old game. Nice. Daytime, holy smokes. Sent you the price of the Espeon. I saw that. That was $14,000. Probably got stolen, but I have my card, so I feel blessed. All right. Yeah, I don't even know you, man. I have no idea what you're talking about. Samuel Pollard says, hello, my first order. Hope I have done this correctly. Thank you. One spot in the plasma break. All right. Let's see it. Samuel, please do a giveaway. Yes, we're giving this card away today. Mewtwo Strikes Back phone card. Pretty cool, right? Nobody's deleted anything this stream. He has to be talking about like a video or something, but you know what's funny is I don't really look at the videos. Mike's side posts the videos and I usually don't even go back and look at them. Sometimes I do, but I don't look at the comments, that's for sure. It's so rare for me to look at the comments. Samuel Pollard. What happens in the videos is not something I pay attention to. There we go. And here's the booster. Pretty simple. Don't like the prices, don't buy it, says Prieto. Somebody always has a complaint about price, and I get that because price is always kind of a debate. And you can say your argument, and I can say my argument, and then we can both, you know, measure our PP sizes, and at the end of the day, I got better things to do than argue about prices all day. That's Samuel Pollard. You should have to sell that to me at the price I want it at. It just doesn't work that way. It's always a buyer and a seller coming to an agreement. Not the seller's price and not the buyer's price either, but the agreement between them. So you can disagree all you want. Price is just going to be whatever you and I agree to. All right. My cousin's kid just had her own kid. So now there are 5 generations alive at the same time since my grandmother. That's really cool, man. You know, I got to say, I'm having a kid later in life. So by the time they're 18, I'm going to be a grandpa age, real old. So I do feel bad for them in a certain way. Oh, right. He said this is his first to order. I'm so silly. There we go. All right. The Alex short got people commenting on it. Oh, really? That's so funny. Mister, any 10s around $50 on the table? This is around 10. This is a pristine 10 for 60 bucks. There you go. It's right in front of you. Ben Alex. Mister, why don't you accept Cash App? Because we accept Zelle and we accept PayPal. All right, here's Samuel Pollard. And we accept crypto. There we go. Yay! Sam, you got a bag. Do you think every vintage home has WotC Charizards in the attic? Maybe. Where can I see the main list? $100. Oh, you're just curious what that is. So that's this card right here. It's just one card. And this is the main list, large. So there's 39 spots at $100 a piece. Here are the guys who are in. Basically, you're playing for 1 in 39 odds of getting this Rocket Scyther. Do you understand how risky that is? In other words, 38 guys are going to lose $100. Okay? I mean, they'll get an energy card out of their booster pack, but that's it. They'll get an energy card. So that's their pull. They're paying $100 for an energy card. Looking to get a SLAB-AWAY, hopefully. What label printer do you use? You only tell me when it's your... Okay, so Samuel Pollard says the missing $3 on my order. Sorry. No problem. Let's see. Do we have any new orders? We got Jeff Leon. 1 slime. Did the sublist go off? Not yet. Oh, man. This is really heavy. So slime is empty. Boop. Let's see if we got more slime somewhere. Yep. We do. Whew. Dude, Delfino Plaza is such a good song. Well, I don't know how they came up with that, but that's such a clever sound. Wonder where the inspiration for the song came from. What's up, Ben Garcia? He says, haven't been here in all year. That's a while. Okay, 1 slam. 2 jobless. I can't wait to get set up in the new home and start ordering inventory. Oh, 1 jobless. I'm sorry. 2 Silver Tempest. Silver Tempest. Silver Tempest. Hey, mister, how should one view Pokemon cards? As items to be kept or investments in the future? You know, if everyone wants the card and it goes up in price, then yeah, it's an investment. That's how it really is. If you bought a Charizard for $100 and then 20 years later he costs $10,000, that's an investment. That's an item you've placed your money into and the item went up in price. It's an appreciating asset. Is Pokemon an appreciating asset? If that happens, yes, but it might not happen. So it's funny because if it falls in price, we'll call it a collectible. If it goes up in price, we'll call it an asset. See? Very interesting. All right, Jeff Leon. Sleep. So it depends on what happens to it over the next couple of years. That's how people think. I can tell you there's a difference between buying a stock and buying a Pokemon. If you buy a stock in Coca-Cola, that's a fractional ownership of Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola is a business where people produce a product and then consumers eat the product for money. And so you're owning this productive asset. It actually makes something and sells something. Pokemon cards are not productive. They don't do anything. They just sit there. The only way they're productive is if you get up, take pictures of them, and sell them for more than you bought them for, or if they trend on social media and you get social media dividends from that. That's the only way they're productive. So, you know, you could argue the Mona Lisa has no value. It's just a painting. But a museum hangs it up along with a bunch of other spicy paintings, and then that museum generates millions of dollars a year in viewers. So Pokemon cards are kind of like that. They're kind of like that. People want to look at cards. People want to look at big-titted cat girls. And so the price of the big-titted cat girl goes up because guys like me buy the card in order to have it in our inventory to create videos around. And so that we can collect our ad revenue from the videos. Okay. Ooh, that's some windy wind, man. I got my window open. It feels so nice. Oh, it feels like I'm getting oxygen or something. So nice. I wish I was outside, to be honest, guys. I wish my hairline was an appreciating asset. It's a depreciating asset, huh? Jeff Leon. You still buying cards? Oh, yeah, all the time, actually. I bought a $7,000 card yesterday. Yeah, you know, whenever people have a lot of fear, that's usually a good time to buy. It's when everyone's got greed. That's when you should be scared to buy. When everyone's so euphoric for profits and greedy, that's when you should be scared to buy. But when everyone's scared and dumping their stuff, that is often where a lot of money gets made. So, you know, Pokemon cards have just fallen in price along with many other assets over the last year. In fact, the stock market was at its height in 2021 November. So that's exactly about a year ago. And a year later, all this stuff has fallen in price. No more stimulus checks, lots and lots of inflation has occurred. And lots of Pokemon cards came back from grading, and it turned out they weren't quite as rare as you thought they were. But does it mean there are no rare cards in the market? There are definitely rare cards in the market, like these Cardos cards. And so I see it as kind of a good time to be buying, and I'll be continuing to buy. Whether it goes up or down, to be honest, I'm just going to keep buying. Because in the end, my YouTube channel succeeds. In the end, people want to look at this stuff. And as long as you guys want to look at Pokemon cards, I make money. I make money with ad revenue. And there's no denying it. I do get a chunk of ad revenue from my views. Be right back. I got to collect this money. I gave him some Coke and he don't pay it because it becomes no joke. Be right back. I got a weird security check from PayPal. That's what I get. I get the weird security checks. So, but also I get a check from Google. Google sends me a check every month. I get a check from the TheCardconomist channel, and it's a nice little chunk of money. And I'll tell you the amount is about $1,000 a month. That's not like life-changing amounts of money, but kind of it is, because it adds up with the other channel. This is the other channel is generating a chunk of cash too, and it looks like. So this month, it looks like I'll generate $1,400 in ad revenue. Now, that's probably across a very large span of time. You know, like 28 days is a while. But also, from the beginning of this channel to today, I've generated many views and many videos that can now be gone back to and watched. So, you know, I'll be generating $2.4 thousand. And if I did that month over month, that's a bonus $28,000 a year. It's not enough to retire on, but let's say I did quit. I just receive a check from Google, that's for sure. Yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting thing. But I also get money on TikTok as well. It's not as good as YouTube, but it's a decent little chunk too. So I get a couple $100 from TikTok. What's the weight of the bulk boxes roughly? Real heavy. They're very full. Medium bulk boxes. There's no padding. They're just packed up and then shipped to you. Mister, my bro got me $75 to you for my birthday. Woohoo! Really? Wow, that's really kind, man. That's very cool. But yeah, so as long as I'm making this ad revenue from a card that's going up in price anyways, I view that as winning. You know what I mean? I officially got my degree in computer science. All right, man, you're ready to go make some good money then. Be aggressive. You better expect good pay. Get your foot in the door at any company and get that 1 or 2 year experience. You should also already have had an internship. That helps a lot. We did internships. Can you ship out my cards, please? I paid for shipping already. Oh, Mr. Miguel. Let's go find your bag. Miguel Rodriguez. Trying to get a job at Bungie. Well, you know, video game companies are hiring. But in general, what we found was that video game companies pay nowhere near as well as companies that were not video games. So video game companies uniquely paid very little money. I do not see a Miguel Rodriguez. Let me check this last box. Miguel Rodriguez, if you have a box, I'm sorry, if you have a bag, send me a penny message through PayPal and then we'll get it shipped out, okay, man? Flesh and blood, best TCG. Nah. All right, so Octavio says 50 for SLAB-AWAY. You got it, Octavio. I want to be Hokage one day. Does that pay well? Yes. It looks like you average 1.5 thousand views on a live stream in 1 week. Yep, and that gives me a little bit of ad revenue. And then also the shorts give a very tiny slice of ad revenue. I've heard that the shorts are going to be monetized in February, though. I'm very much looking forward to seeing how that plays out. Because we have quite a few. Here we go. So you're going to have $199 remaining. 5 Fighters Ambition. You got it. I have quite a few shorts built up over the last 2 years. So I'm hoping that if they were not earning very much ad revenue in the past, that they're earning some ad revenue now. Here we are. But of course, the easiest way I've ever earned money is by just having inventory and having slabs that have moved up in price over time as I've held them. So all I have to do is sit down, collect some great looking Pokemon cards, show them off, sell some Pokemon cards, and wait for my collection to go up in price. It's honestly such a nice gig. And so it's a collectibles channel. It's not that different from like a vehicle collectibles channel or a guns, antiques collectibles, a pawn shop, gold and silver, sneakers. You know, there's so many things you collect. Sport cards, obviously, and I'm sure there's more. But we do it with Pokemon cards, and it's such a great hobby. And you guys can benefit from watching this channel and hearing some of my thoughts. 3 Double Diamond. We talk as a community all the time, so a lot of good ideas pass through this channel as a result of all the conversations. So let's see. I think we need a new box of it. Give me a minute. New box of Double Diamond. Wow, you guys really blasted through this case. How's the queue for express grades? I paid for an express grade for base set Sandshrew last week and haven't seen an update. I assume this has to be due to the holidays. For a Sandshrew, huh? Edwin Delsid with the QR code. I mean, I'm going to assume that as well. Keep an eye on the returns channel, and you guys can contact John John Pokestop. There we go. His name's John Pokestop in Discord, and ask him to update you on that. But yeah, it should be done in a week. So the only thing I can imagine is that I probably handed out the grade to it, by the way, within 24 hours. So your card was likely handed a grade in 24 hours. But the problem is, it doesn't get posted within 24 hours because John still has to encapsulate it And you know, if you ordered it at just the right time, maybe you ordered it like Friday. Well, he's not in on Saturday and Sunday, and then Monday was off, and now it's Tuesday, and there was kind of a lot of shipping to do. So, you know, it depends. But I can't imagine that the card would be older than a week. So you could ask him to check. He could have spelled your name wrong. So you know how he posts in the return channel? Well, let's say you got an A in your name, but it's actually an O that he typed in. Well, then you would never find it in the returns channel because he has a typo in your name, so the keywords aren't working. So that's something to keep in mind. Here we are. But you can just scroll through the Discord returns channel, but if it never showed up, you could just ask him. By the way, you don't need me to repeat his name because if you go to the returns channel, you can just right-click his name and ask. Did you see an order from me? PayPal said they were looking at the purchase. Really? Why is PayPal looking at all these purchases? And one W Pug. Weird, man. All right. Oh, is this W Pug? No, that is a Star Wars pack. Well, I think we need a new box of... Oh, wait. Here we go. Ah. There we go. Sweet. Here goes. Yeah, so if you're having trouble seeing your return, you can always ask John directly about it. They think something fishy going on? Yeah, I got no clue, man. Mr. Get Azure Lane, Lance Weiss, Schwartz Set, Pretty Lewd. Yeah, Mike's side pointed that out as well. And you're right, it has a bunch of large-breasted women. We could get that. I'd probably wait till we're done moving. PayPal declined my purchase because I have insufficient funds. Can I have a free slab? Oh, no, man. Oh, no. You got to get back to work is what it sounds like. All right, you just got the guy foo. PayPal never blocks me. I spend too much. There we go. You guys be good on PayPal. Don't be naughty. Okay, Majiraman. I called it Tasteful Ludes. Tasteful Ludes? There we go. All right. Anytime I order, I then go out and work and make double what I spent. Nice, man. All right. Let's see what we got. We've got Sun Gohan and Piccolo. Training begins. Krillin, trusty assistance. Oh, Krillin. If you saw a Pop 1 Tops Johto, what would you value one of those snap cards from the TV series? Here's Black Masked Cyan. That's Blackface. Don't need those sticky cards. All right, you got it, man. I'll trash them. All right, I like your Dragon Ball Z cards, though. Ah, those dang Digimons. They're so stinky sometimes. Boop. All right, that goes in the dumpster. I already have a perfect 10 of that booby card. I don't need that. Another one. There we go. All right, that's for our friend Octavio. Thank you, Octavio. There we go. Sweet. I'm liking this daytime stream. I'm loving all this sunlight. God, I miss sunlight. Katie Budgeon says, can I have one Pokebee? Katie, let's see what you get, Katie. By the way, you know what we need to do? We need to start shuffling these. Pokebros need to be shuffled from now on. So here's Dracovish. I like this shuffling in the live custom so much, I want to do it to both boxes. Quagsire, Boltund. All right, that's your round. And one Minecraft. One Express Grade on my Metal Zard. I agree to the risk. Thanks, man. All right. I need some of those for my binder. Nice. Throw this away. Boltund is cute if you like doggies. You got Villager. And Elytra. I'm smarter. I'm better. I am better. So we got the Creeper. And I think he's the real popular mob, so we keep him out. Shuffle the testy boosties. We could shuffle them. Let's see. There we go. Shuffle your boobs, mister. Boobs. There we go. I like how nobody needs to be told to like boobs. It's just understood. Bolton, Quagsire, Kyurem, Dedenne, Phalanx. Is anyone grading the metal cards? I am. I am, as long as you're willing to agree that they might not come out as good as they went in. I'm guessing that's the problem. I'm guessing that they get damaged in the slab. I mean, what else could it be? Plenty of spots on Unified Minds? That's a good question. Is there? I think there is. Here we are. Okay. For me, it's cool to just have one slabbed. I would like to buy a 10 of that Charizard. I wanted to collect them. But now that PSA won't grade them anymore, the only ones available are all way overpriced. And it's kind of a sad thing because it makes me think that they're really not that rare, but because they can't get graded, they are kind of rare. And so it's not a good kind of rarity is what I'm trying to say. A good kind of rarity would be if the card just wasn't printed very much. You sell metal Charizard? I got some metal Charizard. She pulled one out of the Pokebrush, by the way. I don't sell them direct, but you might run into it in the Pokebrush. You saying this one wasn't perfect anyway, so it's all good. From what I've heard from the graders, they don't grade them because the metal chips off in the grading. Yep, that sounds like it's probably the case. Patrick Strader, 3 Chinese V-Star. You got it, Patrick Strader. 11 for my SLAB-AWAY. Okay. Okay, Mr. Patrick. Hi, I'm Patrick. You have Suicune Poker Card. It's 131 minus 11. You end up with 121 because of that 50-cent fee. Okay. Let's see what we got here. If an investor offered a good sum for your entire collection, would you take it or do you like keeping some of your collection? I mean, you kind of said it yourself. You said a good sum, right? So if somebody offered me a good price on my entire collection, then I would be stupid not to sell. Because what I should do is take all that money and buy it all over again. Because that's part of the game, right? There we go. So I could buy all those cards over again, I think, because I'm so good at picking out cards that are going to change in price. All right, here's some Wadir. Here's Absol. Maybe your question is, if I could sell out of my card position, would I never collect again? Maybe that's what you really mean to ask. And the answer is, I would not stop collecting. There we go. Obviously, I do this because I like to do this. Mr. Patrick. Whoop. All right. Sweet. All right. You know, if I could sell every one of my cards, what I'd probably do is I'd take some of the money and I'd go on a nice long European vacation. And then after that, I'd come back home and get back to work because I wouldn't have.
By the booby break. I repeat, by the booby break.
By the booby break. He's talking about this. He wants you guys to buy into the booby break. All right. But as I was saying, I wouldn't have to watch over my cards anymore, so I could finally go on a nice long vacation, which I haven't had in a long time, because I'm always watching over my cards. So, David Morey says 2 Star Wars Galaxy Ones. Go on a vacation one day. There we go. Oops. It's an empty box. Think the empty box has any value? Who knows? 3 bulk grades, non-etched Pokemon. Please remove my Zenith spot and put towards SLAB-AWAY plus $19, which equals $29 total dollars. Okay, we could do that. What's the booby break, mister? It's a sexy card, and there are 10 booster packs we're selling, and one of the booster packs contains an energy card, which I will trade with you for this whole card. So 9 people will just get a plain energy card, 1 person will get a hot energy card, and we'll make a trade that energy card for this card. So that's what it is. You're purchasing a spot for a 1 in 10 odds of taking the card for 20 bucks. It's a very nice card. So we got to do Boba Fett. Here we are. Okay, let's see. Set this down for a minute. Booby card, booby break. A chance for an expensive booby card. That's a perfect 10. It's what you probably can't see. It's a perfect 10. Well, I don't like the cards in this pack. This one's kind of cool, I guess. Grade that other Boba. What other Booba? I don't know about no Booba. With Han upside down. And here? Oh! There we go. I didn't see that. We just gotta find your bag now. We need a long tummy break. That's right. Interesting. Where's your bag? You got a bag, right? Are you in the DA box? And the Christmas one, he said. Ah, the Christmas one. Okay. There we go. What I'll do, Mike's side, is I'll say I'm not doing anything else in the stream until this booby breaks over. My tummy's getting long. R2 and C3PO. Add some quick drawing to the large. Here we are. She has not been focusing on drawing. She's actually been focusing on music. Here we are. I think she kind of jumps between them depending on what she feels like. She's doing it for fun, so she does it for a pastime. And we already knew she liked making music. She likes making music. So she's not making the cards so that she can get rich. She's making them because she's enjoying it. What kind of music? I think she's like into electronica kind of stuff. All right, there we go. Ah, here we are. Got a little bag for you. Does she have a DJ name? Yeah, DJ Diddles. No, I'm just kidding. Trance, dubstep, hardstyle. I don't know. You guys are asking too many questions now. What is this, 20 questions? All right. Boop. Ah, there is a David Morris bag. Here it is. I want to listen, Law. Mister, ask your wife the genre of music. There we go. She doesn't really, I don't think she really defines it as like a genre. Pretty sure it's just like electronica, guys. There we go. She's just experimenting. Now, David Morris says, cancel my spot in the medium. Here it is. All right, throw that whole thing away. And put toward my SLAB-AWAY. $29 to SLAB-AWAY. All right, David Morris. So we're going to take 964 minus 29, which is 935. but it becomes 936. All right, very good. And now we're moving on. Garrett Wixom, live custom. Oh, Garrett. Terrakian. Wait, that's not the hot one. I was promised hot ones. All right, there we go. I'm sorry, man. That's a cold live custom. V-Star Universe. Where's my V-Star? Thanks. Hope your move hasn't been too stressful. It's a little stressful. I'm missing the Topps packs. Yes, the Topps packs, I've got a ton of them. We will be adding them back to the menu after the move on Friday. I'm so sorry about that. They're over there. They're not here. I'm sorry. Here we go. It's going to be real tough moving all this. I'm like mentally preparing for it because it's going to be all day. So there may be no Thursday stream, or what we might do is a very, very early Thursday stream, and then that's it. No nighttime stream. And what might be going on is we might be moving back and forth like the entire day, getting everything over there. All right, Garrett. Mr. Garrett. I'll just hire you guys to come out here and help me. I'll pay you in Pokemon. There we go. Pay in Switchies. Switch. Is John helping you move? Yes, so John will be allowed to... John will be given the option... It's not really an option. It just makes sense to work on it. To help us move. And that'll count as his weekly hours. Any more wife cards? We want some, says Carl Wolf. Man, I'll tell her, but... Yeah, she's been working on music. But Mr. 365. The big part of the move will occur when I actually start moving this table. When this table starts to move, that's going to be huge. That's going to be a really, really crazy, hectic point. You know, the inventory, I'm not worried about moving inventory, but this table is going to take a lot of work to get the entire thing moved over there. And that's the majority of the hard work. So, Gregory Pablo, ship my bag and my Lugia in the Cool Kids box. Also give me 5 Chili Willies and 1 Hidden Fates. You got it, man. Perfect time to reorganize the bags. Did you buy a new chair for your bag? Yeah, I've had a really nice chair this whole time. Been using it the whole time. Next time this chair eventually breaks, I'm going to buy the exact same brand. It was really good. It's very well designed. It acts like a hammock for your body. Like it catches your body in a sort of rubber band style material rather than being about cushions and stuff, right? All right, Gregory Pablo, you ready? It's Brendan Gaming. Link to the chair. I don't remember the name of the chair. Do you guys remember it? Have you seen the doctor lately? I remember you had issues. Are you okay? I think I seem to be okay. Here we go. Let's see. Don't worry, I'll eventually die. You'll hear about it. Look at that Charizard. What's good in the customs? The really good ones. I don't actually remember. Do I have one marked? I might have marked one. I marked this one. I marked it as a hit. So this Ludicolo is in the live customs, and he's marked as a hit. All right. Let's see. Curlia Gengar. Meh. The live customs are supposed to be a surprise. They're supposed to be secret. Mr. thought he was dying. He was dramatic. Well, I was having a lot of heart pain, and it was pretty noticeable. It was waking me up at night. Yeah, so actually, it was heart pain and heart palpitations, and I still get the heart palpitations, but not the pain. So the doctors theorized that I had COVID and that the COVID might have changed my heart. Here we are. Got my bag. John did a good job. Loved the Old Maid Mew card. Nice. Gregory Pablo. High cholesterol? They did not say that, no. They ran a whole bunch of tests on me, too, like a CT scan and everything. You were working yourself to death. Yeah, so another thing is a doctor told me, I told her my work schedule, and she told me I will die young if I do not work less hours and take off days. And obviously, I've not been following her direction. I got heart palpitations after the vaccine. It's a normal side effect. It sucks, but it went away after 6 months. Are you vaccinated? No, I've never been vaccinated. So it's not the vaccine for me. It might have been the actual disease. All right, Gregory. I'm pretty sure I had COVID because I couldn't stop coughing for a week. And it was really bad. And usually I don't get sick. So it had to have been something. And but it wasn't painful. I didn't lose my sense of taste or whatever, or sense of smell. But I was just nonstop coughing for like a whole week. And so I thought that was probably COVID. And the symptom would have developed maybe 6 months later or 7 months later. I don't know. So, but the problems have alleviated somewhat. I still get the heart palpitations sometimes. There we go. Or maybe I'm just more aware of them. I don't know. Patrick Grieve. I actually read as you get older, you notice things about your body like that. Your videos help me get through the workday. Thank you. I'll have one pokey poker card. You got it, Patrick. Let's see what you got. Whoa, you got Lucario. Nice, man. 2 sneaky bunkos. Do you agree with me, mister? What are we agreeing about? I disagree. I don't know. Are you talking about reorganizing the bags? So the bags are already pretty well organized. The real problem is there's not enough room. That's the real problem. Can you say Chowme's out? Yeah. 2 sneaker bunkos, 2 Adventure Time. Ooh, I love the Adventure Time packs. I really do. Please keep BMO and Gunter and any other pretty ones. All right, you got it, man. I was talking about sodomy. Nah, what'd you say about it? What is sodomy defined as? Is that just butt sex or is that like unwanted butt sex? I tested positive, was down for 5 days, but I'm feeling pretty normal. Can you use Rasengan Cardconomist? I'm going to use my... Is that how it's pronounced, Rasengan? I think I've been saying Sharingan. Rasengan? I'm going to use my Rasengan. All right, what do we got? Oh, I love the Card Wars card. It looks like us when we're collecting. All right, you got Cake and Fiona. I think I've been saying Sharingan. Unwanted butt sex is grape. Please keep me under control. Logan Dog Lover. Here's BMO. BMO. All right. I'm going to use my Bunkai. Sorry, kid. Mister, look up on YouTube how to pronounce Rasengan and Sharingan. I'm going to use my Sharingan. Rasengan and Sharingan are both in the show. Oh, I see. Now it makes more sense. All right. The sexiest card here, probably this one. Bye, mister. It's all because of China. Yeah, China's bioweapon that they were making in a U.S.-funded lab. We were funding the lab where it was happening for research on gain of function. There we go. But we were doing it for the betterment of society. I don't know if I believe that. Little birdie! I love how it comes out during a presidential election year. That is like such perfect timing. Mr. Patrick Grieve. That's a conspiracy. Let's see. Here we are. I'm working on it, but I plan on sending you 35 Star Wars bulk grades. Oh my god, that would be fantastic. What are the best DBZ packs to pull from? The one we have on the menu. How do we buy slabs? Hey, great question. So we have these slabs for sale, and I sell them. Ooh, look at that. By the way, that's Cardconomist grading. If you have cards that you want graded, we can grade them, and they go into a slab like this one. Did you know it comes with this little logo? Pretty neat, right? So anyways, yes, we have slabs for sale here on the table, and they look like this Valifor from Opus 1. Ooh. And you can see the prices in the bottom right-hand corner down here. So there's a rare Pikachu. And you would simply go to the description of the live stream and look for a link to the PayPal or to the email address for my Zelle. And you would just send payment. You would just buy it. You leave a message so that I know what you're buying. And if you want it to ship immediately, you have to order a round of shipping. But you don't have to ship right away. You can wait to ship. You can add multiple items over the course of multiple months and then ship out months later. All right, David Fillardo, 2 Pokebras. David! Mr. David. Here we go. We got Typhlosion. That's pretty good. Radiant Steelix, Melodic, Radiant Hawlucha, and Samurott. Okay. You get money in exchange for cards. Here we go. Do a little shuffle there. 1 V-Star Universe. V-Star Universe. Here we are. Oh, David. Still taking orders? 435, I sure am. Still taking orders for a while, guys. Jump in line. All right. I needed another Pokebra. Oh! Well, you're getting a Pokebra after shuffling. You ready? Let's see what the shuffle gave you. Would you take chickens as payment? Maybe. Can you sell that 2,000 pack break to the viewers? Yes. All right, so you got Psyduck, Jigglypuff, Pikachu, Opus 1 Chocobo Cloud, Machop base set, Golem from Fossil. Oh, this is nice. Charizard GX, Heat Factory, Raikou Hollow, Victini Reverse Hollow, and Electric Energy. What's up, Real Latondre? All right, 1 V-Star Universe, 2 Pokebras. Nice. So it's funny, you opened the V-Star Universe for 25 bucks and you got this, and your Pokebras yielded quite a few more cards. They're comparable. That's the goal. They're comparable. David Fillardo with the D. Mr. David. Thanks, mister. Yeah, no problem. By the way, some of those cards were a guy who he's getting out of the hobby. So what he did was he just sold his bag back to me, and then I just immediately took the bag and stuffed it into the Pokebras. So the Pokebras have been a great way for me to offer to do stuff like that, buy people's bags from them, or to liquidate just cards I obtained somehow. You know what I mean? Like, it just, people donate, all kinds of stuff happens. So I had all these cards building up, and finally the Pokebra allows me to liquidate them. David Mallory, 6 Japanese One Piece Romance Dawn. Wow, there's been some demand for that lately. All right. 3, 4, 5, 6. Short line. Oh, yeah. Jump right in. The line's so short. My answer to that question 100% of the time is going to be yes. Okay, guys? So you need to stop asking. Here's 2 Pokebras. If I lived near you, I would help you move for free. Oh, that'd be nice, man. I bet you a lot of guys would. You guys are nice people. Their cards Mr. takes from people's bag is the Mr. Tax. Here we are. There's no Mr. Tax. Oh, that's a vintage energy card, and I know for a fact that it's mint. Oh, you got 2 of them. And Greninja. Oh, yeah, because this will look cool. Look at this. It's a little darkness energy. Oh, wait, he's water type, not dark type. Oh, I'm dumb. Okay. So that's one of your Pokebras. Second Pokebra is Blastoise Piplup. All right. Those Japanese cards. Cool, cool. Greninja. Yeah, he's a cool pull. Sleep. What do we got? Damn, this guy could have sex with his nose. It's a fantastic nose. Oh, and here's this guy right here. But what if things smelled bad? That'd be tough. Maybe put a nose plug in. Okay, got this cool guy with the samurai sword. Oh. I love this song that's playing right here. Once again, this is Paper Mario. I gotta sneeze. John's been giving you any problems? You let us know. Woo. All right. have you ever tried to cross over your slabs to PSA to see if you get the same grade? I have not done that. You guys could do that and talk about your results. Here you are. Yay! So David Mallory. Let's go find, he says, I do have a bag. Let's go find this bag. Mr. David, buy the tops break. 3 spots left. Yes. Get those breaks, guys. Thanks, Mr. David. What if I pay you to do it for me? I might be interested in that. I would say that the community paid for it. Maybe we'd give the cards away after it was done. I think that people would prefer to see you guys do it, not me, because they'll think that I've skewed the results. Ben Wright says 2 Evolving Skies. 1 Pokebra. Okay. 1 Pokebra. Double Turbo Energy. All right. Hollow Gengar. That's nice. Radiant Greninja. Pignite. Omastar. Magnezone. Lilligant. Radiant Steelix. And Superior. That was kind of a cold one, don't you think? Bam, Sergio. Can we get Rick and Morty TCG? I'm open-minded to Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, Simpsons, Rick and Morty, all those card sets. I'm open-minded to those. I will be looking into adding something new to the menu maybe each week in the future when we're all moved up. But we got this big move coming. My wife and I are so excited for this move. We love the new house. It's so much better than this house, and we are super excited to be over there. All right, Ben Wright. Mister, let's get Kim possible cards. Hey, I'm down if you're down. Watsy Harry Potter? Yep, that's what I'm referring to. So I'll do anything you guys find exciting or interesting. I don't mind. Can you do a question and answer with John? It would be good to have a behind the scenes. We are. John might be doing videos in the future where he makes a 10-second short of a card getting encapsulated. But as for questions and answers, you guys could just ask him any questions you want in Discord. What do you mean, like his favorite color or something? Or where he's from? You can ask him those questions. And but if you were to ask him questions about, let's say, the grading, that's all private stuff. And we right now, you know, I would have to be heavily involved in that. And I'm not looking to spend my time, you know, working real hard on a video like that. I don't even work hard on any kind of video right now. The only thing I do are live streams. So all my time is put here in the live stream. You guys know that. Tyler Davis says 10 Astrals. Okay. John's favorite waifu. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Can we ask him if you're hot? Oh, I'm definitely hot. I don't know. I would rank myself as pretty basic. I'd look better if I lost a little weight. If it ain't making money, mister, ain't doing it. I weighed less when I met my wife, and I've gained weight over the next 9 years. And I need to go back to being thin again. Actually, today I'm doing a great job. I had 1 meal today, and I got a little app where I'm counting my calories. So I'm doing my, you know, that's hard work doing all that. But I'm going to put in the effort and try to watch how I eat for a while. I go through like phases where it's like I eat with, what would you call it? Reckless abandon. And then I try to eat healthy for a while. If TCC was a candle, how would he smell? Mister is a skinny queen. No. Oh, look at this. Calorex. I was a skinny queen when I was 18. What's the app called? Oh, it's the, what do they call that calorie counting app that everyone knows about? I don't remember the name of it, but I've had it on my iPad for years, and I just re-downloaded on any Apple product I have. Ever gotten kidney stones? No, I've heard about kidney stones, but I don't have one. Maybe someday. Give me time. I'm getting older. Yeah, MyFitnessPal or something like that. Yeah, that's exactly the one. It's a good thing. I've used it before. Anytime I've lost weight, it was not from just, oh, I'm going to eat healthy today. The only time in my life that I've consistently lost weight is when I use the MyFitnessPal to track the calories I'm eating. And so then I'm forced to see if I'm overeating. And that's when I lose weight or maintain the same weight. And I gain weight when I go on an eating spree, usually because I'm stressed out or exhausted, which is I'm often exhausted. Or maybe my wife and I have been in a fight, and what she and I do to get over the fight is we'll go out to eat and get like Pizza Hut, and then we'll have like this binge. And she's real thin. She can binge and stay thin, but not me. So yeah, and then after a while I go, wow, I need to get back on track to eating healthy again. But then the cycle just kind of returns. I love kidney stones, but I'm into that stuff, so cash money. Tyler Davis. No wonder Mister's always eating Pizza Hut. Yeah, I mean, when you're working like I work, which is pretty much 24/7, you get one escape from the work. And it's not alcohol in my case, but it is food. So some people might smoke, some people might drink. For me, I eat. And I have acknowledged that that is probably one of my bigger struggles in life, one of my shortcomings. But I'm working on it too, you know. I'm working on it, very aware of it. It's just like, how do you just shut your freaking mouth and stop shoveling food in there, right? You ever seen like My 600-Pound Life? You got these morbidly obese people, and you look at them and you're like, dude, how do you get so recklessly fat? I can't believe you're not dead. And there's all this science about weight loss. There's all this, oh, we're going to game weight loss. We're going to figure out how to figure it out. We got all the science. We got all the diets. It's literally, you just open your mouth and shovel food in. That's the problem. So just stop doing that. So losing weight has never been complicated. Nobody can do it, though. I'm better. I am better. Everybody's fat. 40% of America obese. So I'm not alone. I know that, with struggling to not eat McDonald's or a cookie or whatever it is you might eat, or just a large portion. And it is difficult because it's all psychological. Your brain just wants you to eat. Mister, can you show me what I have in my bag? I'm Tyler. Yeah, definitely, Tyler. Okay, Tyler. Try fasting for a day. Yep, I've tried that. It's very difficult. I've made it through like a day before, but it does not feel good. And it is hard for me to come over here and stream with high energy and, you know, a cheery attitude and all the emotions you need to stream well and not having eaten the whole day. Does that make sense? Because this is a performance, right? Reading your comments, having enough energy to react and to want to talk to you guys, that takes a lot of energy. It takes, you kind of got to be in a good mood, to tell you the truth. And it is hard to be in a good mood all 7 days of the week when I do this. And so if I take a day and I don't eat anything, it is so much harder. It's like an uphill climb. You know what I mean? It's an extremely social job. And it is so much harder if I don't lean back and have like something yummy, because that good food, you know, you get that dopamine hit from the good food. You feel very calm and, you know, you feel like sharing. You feel just good overall. That's what food does to you. And to deprive yourself of that, you know, even for 24 hours, I can do it. It would be way easier to do if I didn't have to do this, if I didn't have to stream. You know what I mean? If all I had to do was sit back and relax, it'd be way easier to fast. But this is a high energy job. You need to get the right nutrients. Yeah, no, I think it's just calories that give you the dopamine. So what gives you the dopamine is fat and sugar and salt. So that delicious food is what gives you the dopamine. And I'm referring to the dopamine when I'm talking about being in a good mood. All right, Tyler Davis. We have an order now from Pirates Enjoyer, 1 in the plasma break. Pork fat, better fat. I play DDR, a lot of exercise and distraction. You know, I've talked about buying a DDR machine with my wife. My wife. How many times am I going to say that? And we've talked about owning one of those so that we can play together and it could be like a workout. And I thought that was a very funny idea and maybe a good solution. Problem is, I think I would get bored of it very fast. One in the sub list. Pirates Enjoyer. Okay, the sub list. I wish I had something that I was more obsessed about that I know I would do long term. Like, I'm obsessed with YouTube and with Pokemon cards, so I work very hard on this. If there was an outdoor activity that could earn me money, I could probably get a lot of exercise that way. Okay, thank you, Mr. Pirates Enjoyer. A Mr. isn't fat, he's fat. Here's Magnus Marshall. I'd like a spot in the black and white break. Okay, Mr. Magnus. You can grab a snack, mister. I think you're not you when you're hungry. Why not bench press bulk? Yeah. We make a fitness room, and everything is based on bulk. Like a bulk treadmill, a bulk bicycle. There you go. You can farm. You're not fat, you're just well fed. How many spots left in the unified mines? Yeah, I'm definitely well fed. Yeah, that's a good point. We could farm, but I don't really feel like the kind of house we're buying gives us much room for farming specifically. No, it does, but I don't think the neighbors would want to see a big farm in our backyard. It's very beautiful back there. I don't want to see a farm back there. Don't forget the 3 lost origins. You want 3 lost origins? You got it. I grew a garden when I was a kid. We had a garden our whole childhood. So I grew a garden with my family for virtually my entire life when I was at home. We started as far back as I remember. And the reason we did that, when you have 11 children, you can actually send them out into the garden and make them work. So we had a regular sized backyard, a middle class backyard. And my dad cleared about 50% of the entire backyard was turned into one giant garden. And so, yeah, we actually had a lot of space in our backyard for a garden. And we would can thousands of tomatoes, which we would then eat over the course of the year in soups and pastas, or maybe just, heat it up. So we ate a lot of tomatoes and cabbage and collards and broccoli and cauliflower, homemade lettuce, watermelon, pumpkin, green pepper, and jalapeno and habanero and onion. And when I was a kid, we'd go out and grab an onion stalk and chew on it like an onion green. No pesticides, none of that stuff. And we did that every single year. We did peanuts one time, and that didn't do very well. The peanuts, they didn't grow right. And I learned all about gardening. But I don't want to do that again. It just wasn't worth it. I didn't like it. Magnus Marshall. Mr. Magnus. I did not like it. It was very fun doing it again this year. Sure, I might grow something like interesting. Maybe I'll grow weed and sell it to you guys on the down low. Let's see. Matthew, probably not. I probably won't be any good at it. I'd buy it. Max Guzman, Matthew. It's a regulated drug, so they would probably throw me in jail for that. What about tomatoes or avocados or potatoes, bell peppers? Yeah, we grew all those things when I was a kid. I'll buy the herb. That's the best farming. I could see myself planting cherry trees. We would plant Bing cherry trees in our front yard. We had 3 of them. And every year, and I've told this story before, do you have any more slabs like that for sale? Yes, we have more slabs. Every year, we collected like hundreds of pounds of cherries from these 3 trees. It was insanity. Not hundreds, I'm sorry. Tens of pounds of cherries. That's probably right. So it might have been like 40 pounds in a year. And it was Bing chilling. That's right. They were so good. You could stand under the tree in the summertime as the berries were turning red and pick it off the lower branches and just eat it right there and spit out the seed. Yeah, it was amazing. And I missed that. And it was one of the better things about home. Y'all had cherry trees? That is so cool. Yeah, when we first planted cherry trees, they were the tart cherries. Tart cherries often used in like pies and pies. But those aren't as fun to eat. You could eat them, but they were so sour. You still ate them because they were sweet. And again, you could stand under the tree and just pick them and eat them. But eventually, my dad kind of figured out to grow the cherries like what they have in the Washington state. Those big red cherries, they grow here in Missouri. So we dug up the old cherry trees and replaced them with the, I think they're called Bing cherry trees. and those are the big dark red cherries. It was a feast. We would bag them up in giant Ziploc bags and then give them to the mailman, to the neighbors, because we couldn't eat them all. There were so many. And you had to put like this really fancy net over the trees to make sure that the birds couldn't get them, because the birds would eat a whole bunch of them if you don't do that. And my dad's a little crazy. He would take like a gun out and he'd shoot all the birds in the nearby trees, which was probably not legal. I don't know if it was. Maybe it was. We're in Missouri, so it's a little more free over here. But he would shoot all the nearby birds out of the trees, and then he'd put those nets up, and he'd do that to make sure they weren't eating his cherries. Yeah, he was pretty vicious about it. Anyways, but then we'd have a lot of cherries. Next up, we have Miguel Rodriguez. He says, I'm not sure if you shipped off my bag. I paid for an express grading. Oh, Miguel Rodriguez. I told you that I would hold your bag back until we got your card graded. Okay, so now I know you're probably done. You did pre-print my label. I remember now, Miguel. All right, so I know where your label's at. I held it back to make sure that the card was graded before it got shipped. You're good. All I got to do is give John that bag now. So you are all good. Brooks Bellinger, 2 NBAs. Mr. Brooks, I had simply forgotten about all that, so I'm glad you reached out. All right. Yeah, I placed your bag to the side to make sure that didn't ship out before the slab was graded. What's up, mister? How you doing? I'm doing all right, but the sun's going down. Aw, I'm so sad. What time is this? 5 o'clock? So sundown by 5. Are we past the shortest time of the year at this point? Here's rated rookie Corey Kipster. Now you got a purple hollow back there, and I know that that's rare because normally we get the orange hollow. What's this? Oh, it's numbered as well. Reggie Jackson out of 99, purple hollow. Congratulations, Brooks Bellinger. All right. Getting a numbered card out of these. That's cool, man. Reggie Jackson, Los Angeles Clippers. All right. It's late December, I think, says Sea Dogs. There you go. Late December, so we only just passed the shortest time of the year. Here's Kyrie Irving. You know what's crazy? I've opened enough basketball cards, I'm starting to recognize their names very quickly. Even though I never watched these guys play. Okay, Mr. Brooks, we just got to find him. Is it still snowing in the USA? No. In some places, yeah. Not where I live. I wish it would snow where I lived. I like the snow. But actually, it's quite warm outside. Feels like it was probably 50 or 60 degrees today. Strong Black Hebrew Brother. What are you saying? Brandon Galligan. 4 spots in Unified Minds. Okay, Brandon Galligan. Minnesota is always letting us know. They got lots of snow. Bro, we got so much snow. Oh my God, it's like another inch, bro. 3, 4. Okay. Boop. There we go. Meg Lardizone. Mister, this is for 1 V-Star. 2 Lost Abyss. Where's my Lost? 1 Merlin sticker pack. And shipping for my bag and Jirachi. Okay, you got it. Take a quick look at these. At both of these. Persian, Graveler, Abra. Okay. Nothing crazy in the pack. The sticker pack. Let's see. Oh, Meg. We got Galarian Berserker. Cold. And Electrode. Wow. That's for Meg. Let's go find Meg's bag. All right. We're printing a label now. Looks like we've shipped to you before. I have an address that begins with 2 and print. Very good. Here's Jeff Leon, 1 sneaker. Okay, 1 sneaker bunko. 1 V-Star. You should buy a pizza oven and use it as a bulk cremator. That sounds like a fun deal. All right, Jeff, let's see what you get. Jeff Leon. Just live stream it during the wintertime. We did do a bonfire. Oh, there you go. You got full art. We did do a bonfire, and people in the comment section got all butthurt. Is that the mailman finally? Did the mailman not come today? Sounds like it could be the mailman. Nope, not the mailman. I don't think I got my mail today. God, dude. The mail out here just sucks. They're terrible. Okay, here we are. Ooh, look at that. All right, Jeff Leon. Ah, that's no good because people waited a long time for their shipping, and now the mailman hasn't picked it up. That is concerning. Where's the prune juice lady? I haven't seen her in a while. It's possible she passed away, by the way. Maybe in the new house, mail would be better. If they get butthurt, that just confirms you need to do it again. Yeah. Let's see. Here's Grimer. Looks like he's using Minimize. Isn't that cool? Here's Pidgeot using a fly. Here's a PSA 10 Zoroark break. Machamp 9 from Plasma Blast. And a Magnemite signature. I signed. The card itself is signed. All right, cool. Andy Dirksen, 1 for the Unified Minds box break. Well, you have a new post office handling your mail. I bet they're happy you're moving. Yes, this post office will be happy that I'm moving. There we go. Kenny Granados, I'll have 1 V-Star. Okay, Kenny. What are your thoughts on the January 6th attack on the Capitol? Ooh, yeah, that's a controversial subject. I'll start by saying I'm open-minded to thoughts and opinions on the subject because I'm still forming an opinion. I think that I have a limited amount of anger over it because no politicians were actually killed or injured. And when you actually watch videos of it, it honestly looks like a bunch of old middle-class Americans, and they're just busting into the Capitol Hill. And we had just come off the summer of the Black Lives Matter riot. And what they did on Capitol Hill, in my opinion, is more what our population should be doing rather than rioting in the private sector. We should be rioting in the public sector if we don't like how we are ruled. But then a lot of Democrats are very happy that the Biden administration won. Okay. And so for them, they view this as an attack on democracy. The Republicans do not view it as much of an attack on, they're split. One group of the Republicans also agree it's an attack on democracy. The other group of Republicans believe that the election was illegitimate. And I lean more to that side because they changed how we vote in that election cycle. The election cycle was not played by the same rules that we always had. The way they changed it is everyone got a ballot mailed to them, whether you asked for one or not. It was all mailed to you. So there's all these ballots just kind of floating out in the ether, a whole bunch of them. And then a bunch of billionaires, a couple of billionaires, got together and spent a lot of money hiring people to go harvest those ballots. So they went door to door getting you to vote, and then they collect the ballot from you. I feel like because of the sudden rule change in the election that I'm not happy with how the game was played, basically. Now, I'll respect the outcome, and I personally would not have rioted. I just understand the rioters. Does that make sense? So would I have done it? No, I wouldn't have gone there. It is illegal. They should be punished, but I don't feel like they should be political prisoners either. And I don't think there should have been a rule change. That's what I really think. There shouldn't have been a rule change. All right, here we are. I think that what Black Lives Matter should be doing is kind of like what the Capitol rioters did. You should be going up to the politicians and their home and their place of work and breaking their windows in and saying, we won't have this anymore. But you're attacking like Balenciaga or whatever it is, Louis Vuitton, Target, and just stealing stuff. It looks very bad. It does not look honorable. It does not look like change at all. It looks criminal, if anything. So I didn't like the riots, the Black Lives Matter riots at all. And so those two things happened in the same year. If Black Lives Matter had gone up to the Capitol Hill and, rioted in the same way, I would view that as a lot more legitimate than what actually happened, which was a lot of looting, a lot of burning, a lot of people got killed. People actually died in the Black Lives Matter riots. Nobody died on Capitol Hill. Right or left Twix? Always the right Twix. All right, let's see what we got. Kenny Granados. I feel like the attack on democracy also comes from the tech monopoly that silenced the Hunter Biden story and silenced conservative speakers. The government came in and told people to shut them up in the tech companies. I think that's just as much of a legitimate threat of democracy. And we're not talking about that. All we're doing is nonstop coverage of the repeated denunciation, I should say, of the people who did the Capitol Hill riot. Here it is, Kenny Granados. Meanwhile, we figured out that the FBI actually colluded with Twitter to silence journalists who would reveal information about the Biden family that could cause him to lose the election. Remember, it was actually a very close election. So that actually feels like an attack on democracy. One person did die. A protester was shot and killed. George Santos is a transracial, apparently. Someone did die in Capitol Hill. Mister, I'm pooping right meow. Very nice. Here we are. Who's next? Colin Barnes, Star Wars Galaxy 1. All right, let me get a fresh box. A fresh box. Personally, I think that the response to the Black Lives Matter riot and the response to the Capitol Hill shows you which group was more effective. I think the Capitol riot really actually shook our leaders. I think they were actually scared for once. Like they're thinking, oh, this could actually affect me. And they didn't like that. And so that shows you what we should always be doing. Rioters should take their riots straight to the Capitol Hill. We need to stop rioting in the private cities and destroying gas stations. Just normal people running those gas stations. Not the evil bourgeoisie. It's not, Warren Buffett and Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk and Donald Trump don't run a gas station. But they do run Capitol Hill. So that's where you need to take your problems, take your grievances there. The aristocracy do not like that. They say, no, you go destroy Main Street. Don't destroy Capitol Hill. That's where we live. Here we are. You can make, they're fine if you make regular citizens feel unsafe with your riot. They're not okay if you make them feel unsafe with your riot. See the problem? I'm not a big fan of that. So if the Democrats had denounced the Black Lives Matter movement, or the riots, if they had denounced it more heavily, I would feel like it's not just partisan politics and the pursuit of power and, you know, political theater, but they really did not denounce the riots at all. So that spoke very loudly to me. All right. Here's Star Wars Galaxy 2, and we need Star Wars Galaxy 3. But then the riots came to them, and now the people who were in that riot are still on trial a year later, more than a year later. And part of the $1.7 trillion spending bill is more money to prosecute the rioters that were at Capitol Hill. So, let's see. 2 sealed Nintendo tops. You got it. You can't. $1 to the giveaway, Slab. You got it, man. Okay, $1 to the giveaway. This is going to be $3.48. What's up, America's favorite hoarder? $1 at a time, that card will become free. Shipping for my bag and slabs. You got it, Colin. Will Ash ever become Pokemaster? Yeah, he did. He did in the last season. And now they're making one more season. And it's a goodbye season for Ash. All right. So yeah, I mean, I guess if the Democrats had prosecuted the Black Lives Matter rioters as hard as they did the Capitol Hill rioters, I would feel like, oh, they're Democrats and they hate violence and crime and they love law and order. That's not the case. What they really don't like is anyone against them, and they do love people who are rioting on their behalf. So it's all about partisan politics, power, the struggle for power. Political theater was the term I used. Here we are. They will tell you every day, all day long, on the major news networks that the Capitol rioters are the worst thing that's ever happened. Just a bunch of old people. Here we are, who didn't like the outcome of the election. And you could say that's very dishonorable and very anti-democracy if you want, and I'd probably agree with you. But they were probably believing that the election was stolen. So they weren't agreeing that it was a legitimate election. Let's say that the election was stolen. This isn't a mind game, okay? This is made up. In a hypothetical, let's say the election was stolen. Well, then they would have been the only ones brave enough to go riot about it. But so they believed that in their mind. They didn't believe that they were there to host a coup, right? Like, oh, Joe Biden legitimately won, and we just don't agree with that, and we're going to host a coup. They weren't doing that. They thought that he stole the election. You could argue that's Donald Trump's fault for giving them that interpretation, which is fine. You could argue that all day. So then put Donald Trump in trouble for that, right? And they're trying very hard to do that, I think. But the regular Americans, they didn't actually kill anyone when they rioted on Capitol Hill. And except for the guy who got killed by the cops. He got killed. So we make a really big deal out of them. And it's still ongoing a year later. And I mean, it feels like a political prisoner situation at this point. All right. What do we got? They got to make sure that you don't have the courage to do that again, for sure. Whether it's right or whether it's wrong, they want to make sure you never do it again. So this is all about power. They do not care about stopping future riots, in my opinion, in the main street, where you steal Louis Vuitton and burn down Walmart and burn down Target and steal ATM machines. They don't care about that. Or else they would go work as hard on that as they do on this subject. All right, Colin Barnes. Shipping for your bag? You got it, man. What do you guys think? I want to hear your opinions. They called it an insurrection. In my opinion, it was a riot. Politics is all about language, you know. pro-choice, pro-life, that kind of stuff. All right. An insurrection, in my opinion, would have been more organized. There would have been real weapons, and they would have gone in and killed a bunch of people. Mister, I like reverse hollow. Do you sleeve those on request? I probably could if you requested it. All right, Colin Barnes. Let's go get your shipping address out of PayPal, okay, Colin? Yeah, what do you guys think? I'm curious to hear your opinions, because I'm still forming my opinion on the subject. How's Phantom Forces break going? Did more people finally join? A couple more spots sold. I think we're up to like 5 or 6 spots. Mr. The poverty-ridden city by me has signs saying vote Democrat for a better future, but they've been Democrat for the past decade and there's no change. Yeah, it's very ironic. And I understand it, though. That's because what they feel like is that they need change in their lives. And the Democrat Party does represent change. They're saying the conservative way that we've been running our country is not working for you, so we'll change things, and then it'll work. But the conservatives are living a good life, and they're saying, don't change it! Why would you change it? It works. And the Republicans would say, those people in those Democrat cities, it's not that the laws are incorrectly designed. You're just not finishing high school, getting married before having children, and getting a full-time job and working 40 hours a week. That's your real problem. And staying away from drugs, and staying away from infidelity, perhaps. Right. So there's a conservative way of living that puts you onto a path of conservative success. You just can't smoke crack. You can't smoke all these drugs and then do well in life. It never works. And so they say you have to give up your drugs. You have to give up your vices. You have to go work 40 hours a week, maybe more than 40, maybe 60 hours to get yourself started in life. But if you tell that to somebody who is poor, they might actually just disagree with you. And then you suddenly realize why they're poor. You're like, oh, that's why you're poor. And then their solution to the problem is, well, there's all these rich guys. Why don't we just take their money and then I won't be poor? But then, of course, that never works. You're saying drinking lean and joining a gang is bad? My opinion is, that's glizzy. So the Democrats want to change towards socialism to solve the problem. The conservatives want things to stay the same, and they want people who are struggling to simply work harder. You know what I mean? Like, dude, stop doing drugs. Stop being pregnant with 3 kids and no baby daddies. Billy Bailey says, one lost origin. 1 7 deadly sins. It's up to you to decide which way of ruling is the smarter way of ruling. But there's complicated subjects that are more, there's complicated, let's call them gray areas that both the conservatives and the Democrats are arguing over. That's really 100% not certain yet. We're still arguing these ideas and testing them out all the time. 3 kids and 3 baby daddies. What belongs on a Diglett? Mustard or ketchup? Definitely sriracha. Okay, Billy Bailey. Here's Hanj Krill. Like, when you guys listen to me speak, remember what I say every single time about the inner cities. You will never get real investment into the city, rich guys, coming in with their money and fixing things, until all the violence stops. You cannot expect people to invest in violence because you might lose your investment. That's one of the earliest things you learn about economics. One of the economic principles of investing is safety. You have to have a safe civilization before real, and I'm not talking about government printed money, real private sector, smart, brilliant, genius investors come in and transform your area into a good place to live. So the very first step is you have to stop the violence. That's up to the people living there. They have to choose not to be violent. And so people will argue, well, they're violent because they're poor. I would argue, are they violent because they're poor, or are they poor because they are violent? Which one comes first, violence or poverty? And the idea that, well, I'm poor. I simply have to shoot a man because I'm poor. I just feel like no matter which way you look at it, you're not getting the investment. So you've got to choose to make the change toward peace. And then you will get the money that you need, and businessmen will come in and they'll start spending money because they're not afraid to lose it. Like, you're not going to burn my gas station down, are you? You're not going to destroy all my windows and steal all my goods, are you? Like, I have choices where to open up a card shop. Where am I opening up a card shop? In the inner city of St. Louis or in Lake of the Ozarks? Lake of the Ozarks, because I know where the crime is, and I'm going to open up my card shop where I'm less likely to have crime. So the investment comes over here. All my money is in Lake of the Ozarks. Lake of the Ozark grows, and the place that lost me, which would have been St. Louis, shrinks. So that's how it works, guys. All right, there we go. Billy Bailey. People vote with their money. People vote with their feet. They move to the places they want to go. Vulpix. Here's Electrode. Open a card shop in the hood. Could you even imagine? Think of all the metal bars you would need to actually do that. You would need to have metal bars on all the windows and all the cases. You'd have to limit the amount of product in the building. And then you would probably have to make sure that all the dealings are done behind like barred windows. We're talking about real inner cities where things get real nasty. I'm very aware of them because I lived right next to St. Louis and I worked there for Coca-Cola. You want to go to a gas station, get a Gatorade bottle in St. Louis? You don't walk into the gas station and pull one off the shelf and pay. You walk up to a guy who's standing behind bulletproof glass and iron bars, and you tell him you want a Gatorade, and then you slip a little money under a slot like it's some sort of hostage exchange, and then he gives you it through a little window. It's insanity. How can anyone in America be living that way? But, you know, that's just how it is. And so I accept that this part of America is like a third world country, and the Lake of the Ozarks isn't, right? I can just go to the gas station and just go pick up a Gatorade. And a lot of people experience life that way. You just go pick up your Gatorade or whatever you're buying. But no, St. Louis is special. It's especially violent. So you couldn't host a card shop over there. You wouldn't want to. Why would you host a card shop there? And I'm talking about the bad parts of St. Louis. St. Louis is nicer in some areas, and it probably does have a card shop. But, you know, you get the idea. Here's Ricardo Banda. Hey, mister, Happy New Year. Paying off my first edition Venusaur slab and paying for shipping. Oh, Ricardo. Let's find your bag, Ricardo. It's a fun subject to talk about. You have to have a society that wants to be free of violence in order to get investment going. It is a requirement for investment. Okay, Ricardo. Haha! Wow, that's really nice. You guys want to see what card he bought? Oh! All right, Venusaur. Whoa! Let me go ahead and remove this. And paying for shipping. You didn't have a bag to ship, did you? PSA was clueless on grading the 1996 poker cards. Now, what do you mean by that? You're getting my blood going. I need a beer. You can take a homie out of the hood, but you can't take the hood out of a homie. Robert, Robin, Ricardo Banda. There we go, right there. You got one poker card. No bag. Well, according to this, you got one card. Yeah, I want people to be wealthy. I want the whole world to be wealthy. If you want the whole world to be wealthy, everyone has to stop going to war. Everyone has to stop looting and killing each other and rape. And we all have to focus on making stuff. When you sit down and make a good all day, you are improving the world you're building. And you can trade the things you make with other people who make things. And then we all have a bunch of stuff. You know what I mean? That's the way to live. That's what they're doing in Japan, right? And it's working. They have a really advanced society, really advanced. Their society looks more advanced than ours. Isn't that funny? We're the great economic powerhouse of the world. But it's like you look at Japan and their cities are more advanced. And their people live safer lives. Ricardo. Here we are. They've got a lot of art, a lot of culture, a lot of food. People are envious of them. All right. I have a red poker set Charizard that I want to cross over to PSA. I watched one of your videos 3 months ago. You said they just started grading them. Yes, so we found out that they graded a Pokemon Silver card, and they called it a trump card, and it was a card that sold on eBay. It was like a Hitmonchan. No, it was like a Scyther, I think, from the Pokemon Silver deck. And we looked up the certification number, and it was real. Yeah, if you looked up the certification number on their website, it was a real thing. They really graded a trump card. That's the name of the card. They didn't call it poker. They call it trump. And then I started sending them cards thinking they would grade them, and they just won't. So I don't get it. So yeah, they graded a couple poker cards. Seems to be like somebody at PSA probably took the liberty to grade it, but then their boss probably told them, no, don't grade these. That's my guess. But let me look it up and see if I can find it, actually. Pokemon Trump. Here it is, right here. See this? 2000 Pokemon Trump Gold version? Right here. Pikachu. Scyther, 8 of clubs. Scissor, King of clubs. And there's just 1, 1, 1. See? So they've graded them, but they won't grade anymore. We don't know why. They just decided that's what they were doing. We got Jamie Franklin. This is Ben Wright's wife, Jamie Wright. Could I please get 2 Pokebras? I want to see if my pulls are better than Ben. Could you please put my pull into Ben's bag? Thank you and take care. P.S. We love watching your streams. Keep being awesome. Well, thank you, Jamie. Did they grade them by mistake? Maybe. Yeah, I don't know how it all works over there. All right, 2 Pokebras. You got Buzzwole, Darkrai. That's pretty good. I think your pulls are already better than his. Guzzlord and Silvally. So that was yours. And then you got one more. Yeah, yours are way better than his. I think you got the bag. I think Ben Wright doesn't know how to pull the good ones. It's all about Jamie Wright. Here we go. Step aside, Ben. Jamie's the real Pokemon card collector. Let's find your bag, Jamie. Jamie, I had a girl on a street when I was a kid, when I was like 8 years old. And she was like a year older than me. And her name was Jamie. And she had a big crush on me. And there was another girl who had a crush on me on the same street. And her name was Kelsey. And they would fight over who would be my girlfriend. And I had no clue what was going on, because I was just this young kid. Oh, right, it's going into Ben Wright's bag. Looking for a Jamie Wright. 100% agree with you that I'm the better Pokemon card puller. Woohoo! All right. It's true. I'm Jamie. I wonder how she turned out. She's pretty old now. Yeah, I wonder how she is. Magnus Marshall, 5 Lost Origins. Oh, Magnus! Go 3 of the Lost Origins. All right, guys, no more orders. It's 5:30. Gotta wrap up now. No more orders. We'll have a late night stream, though, okay? So I hope you'll be there. What's up, Eric? Yeah, this was a nice little stream. How nice. I love nice little streams. Here we go. Giveaway. All right, you ready, Magnus? Mr. Magnus. It was a pretty slow daytime stream. Maybe we saved the giveaway for the nighttime stream. Sorry. Itching my nose there. Sleep. I had an itch on the inside. I'm not picking my nose. Mister, are you still taking orders? Nope, I just said we are wrapping up. Mister, my employer gave me a $1 raise. I'm gonna be rich. Wow, $1? That's like $1 million. Here's spin a rack. You could buy like a beer with that. Actually, I don't think you can buy a beer with that. Beer is expensive. There's Adventurer's Discovery. Sudowoodo. You can buy a beer coaster with that. Whoa! Here's Drapion. Meh. All right, Magnus. Mr. Magnus Marshall. When Mr. talks about politics, pit bulls in California, when he talks about Pokemon, I can hear the dogs. That's because John's going home and they're like barking at him. They're the worst. They're unchained. They could just run up and bite him. Wow, day streams are slower. Yeah, overall, all streams are slower. That's because I was listening to some other PokeTubers, and in particular, I was listening to a lot of Rudy Alpha Investments because I hadn't listened to much of his stuff in months. And he was saying that a lot of card shops were actually going out of business. That matches up with exactly what I've experienced in the last couple months. A real decline overall in sales, but I'm nowhere near to closing. So it's interesting to me that other card stores are closing. I'm still doing just fine. I have very little overhead. I run the whole card shop from my home. I have John's a great employee. It's just one employee. And we have a great thing going with our YouTube stream. I don't rely on eBay. eBay takes 13%, right? So I don't rely on eBay, and I don't pay like a lease on a building that I'm selling cards from, right? So unless you own the retail building, you pay rent to own a card shop, right? You have to pay the owner of the shop because somebody typically owns it already. So yeah, I mean, I'm doing quite well. And my heating and my cooling, well, I was going to do that anyways. I was going to heat and cool my house anyways. So this card shop is very efficient. My local card shop is surviving because of One Piece hosting weekly tournaments. You calling me slower than the night time? The streams are fun and nobody charges you any fees. Next up, Brooks Bellinger. Bulk grade the Reggie Jackson and Kyrie Irvine, and 2 more NBAs. You got it. Boy, I should keep these up top because you guys open them so often. All right, 2 more NBAs. Sleep. All right. So we've got Alperen Sengun and Bill Russell. Wow, man, he looks like a giant. Look at those body proportions. It's almost alien looking. So cool. Man, those are basketball players with those extreme heights. They must get some serious putang. I mean, they must have a row of ladies who would like to have children with them because you got to be so tall to be a basketball player probably. And you're not going to get those genes from an average person. You're going to get those genes from an actual basketball player. Very fascinating. Mr. Brooks, let's find your bag. In other words, your special height is like this serious genetic advantage, and it's super valuable for children making. There we go. And who was it? You wanted Reggie Jackson, Kyrie Irvine. Okay, where's the Reggie Jackson? Is this the Reggie? Yeah, okay, so Kyrie and Reggie are over there. And these go into your bag. Perfect. Just like, you know, bagging yourself a doctor. You probably think, well, you know, doctor, he's real smart. My children are going to be as smart as my doctor husband. So I think it's the same concept. Let's see. It's so impressive, though. What is the dog even barking over anymore? John's gone. Dog just barks. Want me to change the Christmas emoji to a pitbull emoji? Go for it, man. You could do that live, I think. I know a lot of tall people who hate being asked if they play. Oh, that's broken. I'll throw that one away. You may enjoy quick research of Bill Russell. Pretty amazing guy. Someone casing the house. There you go. No. Come on, man. Rip Bill Russell. Brooks Bellinger. Though it is interesting also that older people or taller people are more likely to die young. And the cause of that is the fact that their body has so many more cells in it, significantly increases their odds of cancer compared to short people. Short people have less physicality. There's less molecules, less cells in their body. So because of that, the odds of cancer are reduced for short people. Isn't that interesting? Being tall puts you at a higher risk of cancer. Thomas Smart, $100 to finish off my slab. $20 to ship everything out. I have a bag, my slab away, a TCC slab, a Japanese jungle pack, my phone number. Okay, that sounds like international shipping. Mr. Thomas, give me a moment. So, Thomas, I can tell you that this is not going to be light enough. If you have 2 slabs in this bag, it will not be light enough. What we could do, though, we could probably remove the hollows and it would weigh less. Let me grab your slab, Mr. Thomas. So, Mr. Thomas. Oh, what a nice card. Wow, Thomas, we had another first edition card here. Yeah, so the slabs weigh a bit. Obviously a lot more than one card normally would. We don't want to go over the 8-ounce limit, and 8 ounces is very easy to hit. I'm going to pull out all your good hollows if you don't mind. Glaceon, obviously. Psyduck. It's cute enough. Glaceons. Guess Togetic, I'm not sure. Alright, so I'm going to remove these to help reduce the weight. Because we don't want you... Well, I don't want to be upcharged $20 for some hollows. Because of like a borderline weight shipping thing. So you said this, SLAB-AWAY, TCCG Slab, Japanese Jungle Pack. Okay. The Japanese Jungle Pack is like an empty Jungle Pack? Is that what it is? I'm assuming it's an empty pack. Let me reset our shipping software for this. We got to reset it. I feel like I've shipped you before a couple times, so this shouldn't be too hard. All the information should be saved this time. It's really interesting, the international shipments. The first time I ship your label, it does not update my address book for some reason. The second time, it does save to the address book. There it is, Thomas Smart. Oh, and in this case, it did not save it all. So we have to go get your email, and we have to go get your phone number. Mister, what's your spirit animal? If I had to choose an animal, maybe like an octopus. Here's Thomas Smart. I like their tentacles. It's very creepy. All right. So we're going to put you down for a package here. And we're going to bring it up to 8 ounces, which is the limit for $20. We'll make the dimensions 7 by 4 by 4. And you're going to pay the duties. Duty. Please enter a valid email. Oh, I did the same problem again that I did on the other guy. All right, hold on. Let me get that phone number again. What is this music, dude? Oh, we got the Pitbull meme. Call this merchandise. Kids toy. I was wondering if you could get a really mean, nasty Pitbull and just let them run around the neighborhood, because we just let our dogs do whatever they want. This is a no-leash neighborhood. Well, not by law, but we just all do it. Shout me out, says Pokey Dude. This is my little angel. Her name is Satan. She wouldn't hurt a fly. Her name's Cupcake. I had a pit, very good dog and gentle. Recently in Springfield, Missouri, 2 pit bulls attacked kids that were on recess, and they injured 21 of them. Wouldn't hurt a fly. I'm gonna write on this. John, get a dog. Get the empty jungle pack 2. I have 2 of them. There we go. I guess after that attack occurred, and with it occurring so close to where I live, I feel like it just kind of makes me think about all the data that they have on dog attacks, and it makes me feel like probably there should be regulation on pit bulls. Actually, there's all these countries like France and Germany and Italy that have 100% banned them already. And then there's all these places in America that have banned them 100% as well. So I feel like we're going to wait until pit bulls maul and rip the face off a whole bunch of people. Not the nice pit bulls, but you know, the tiny percentage of them that are mean. And they're going to kill a whole bunch of people or you know, mutilate them. And then we'll pass laws after there's been a lot of victims. Then we'll pass laws. And each time that a law gets passed in a city or in a state, it'll be only after some vicious attack occurs. Just seems like it would be smarter to get ahead of that and just be like, let's not do, you know, there's all these great dog breeds. Go have a German Shepherd, which is also kind of violent. Go have a Labrador. Go have a Husky. Go have just all these great dog breeds. We could just get ahead of it and take out one dog breed and say no more of this dog breed, and it would reduce 60% of all the dog bites. All the dog maulings. You know what I mean? My mom bred chows. God sends its tastiest children to its hungriest pit bulls. That's right. That's right. The 2 pit bulls that attacked the children on the recess, they just sensed the evil spirit in the children. That's why they attacked them. Because, you know, dogs, they can sense good and evil in people. So all those kids were evil and deserved to be bitten and mauled. Who's next? Tyler Davis, 5 Nintendo game packs. Okay, Tyler. No more orders, guys. I said no more orders. No mo. Baby kids. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Look at that. That's empty. Only if Trump gets bit, then he'll say no mo. Grade 5 cards from the packs and my bag and chip. I have several slabs. Thanks. Address begins with blank. Okay. So let's see what we got, Tyler Davis. We had to get rid of an indoor chow because it bit anyone that got close to my mom. It drew blood. You never know. What's a chow? Read Wonder Plum message. What did Wonder Plum say? The jungle pack is sealed and in a holder. Oh, okay. I see. So graded booster slab. So this is 1. Black labs are the best. The Pipple was sent back in time to kill future Hitler. Win with Link. Okay. Small dogs are the worst. Yeah, but small dogs, as much as of a nuisance they are, and as aggressive as they are, it is very hard for a small dog to maul someone to death because they're small. You know what I mean? That's just how it is. All right, let's pick out some cards here. That's a contender. Win with Link. I like this one. It's got Shy Guy in it. I like this one. So we got 3 so far. Little dogs are trash. 4, 5. Okay, let's leave them up. Cats eat their owner when they die. Yeah, dogs do too, actually. That's not exclusive to cats. Both cats and dogs do that behavior. They do it to survive. So it's not like a weird behavior even. Because their owner's not alive to feed them anymore. Biden would get taken out by a poodle. Little dogs get nuzzles every morning and night. What? Humans would eat humans to survive, wouldn't they? If you passed away, I'd probably eat your flesh. Pits are just strong. Yeah, so the real problem with pit bulls is, part of the problem is that they actually have a devastating bite But I would argue it's not just the bite, because it turns out there's a lot of big dogs. But the problem with pit bulls is they seem to be involved in a much higher incidence of dog attacks. And it's almost like they come from dog breeding where you wanted a dog that was more aggressive. You know what I mean? So we breed dogs for all kinds of specialized jobs. And so you've got dogs that are good at hunting, and dogs that are extra loud, and dogs that have thick wool and great at pulling sleds. It was almost like the pit bull was designed to fight. And so then you find out that the dog does more damage to other dogs and responsible for a lot of dog maulings and responsible for a lot of human maulings. It's like, I just can't believe it. It's almost like genes and genetics work, like they're a scientific principle or a scientific fact, and there's no denying it. You know what I mean? Actually, we were just talking about this subject. We were talking about the basketball players. The basketball players are real tall. That's genetic, dude. And I was saying that, you know, women, if they want their kid to have a chance at being a basketball player, they might try to have kids with the basketball player. Well, it probably works the same way with dogs. So you would have a dog with the most aggressive behavior, and that dog's offsprings will have children with the most aggressive behavior. The name of that dog might be pit bull, and based on our studies on data, it is the pit bull. So why keep it? Here we go. Why allow people to live in your neighborhood and own pit bulls? Why wait to find out if the pit bull goes crazy one day, Cupcake goes crazy and loses it, and attacks your kid while they're playing hockey or something? You know what I mean? Street hockey. Tyler Davis, I suggest you don't wait. I feel like every time we read the news, it's just another attack. I just don't get it. We really love dogs. That's why they're protected so well. If there was a breed of cat doing this, well, maybe it would protect the cat too, actually, because we love cats. We love pets in general. Okay, Tyler Davis. It's all about how they're raised. Yeah, that's got to be delusional, right? Because you have to believe that there's bad dog trainers for every kind of dog. So why is it only pit bulls where, oh, well, the trainer was just negligent in this case? Well, there's probably plenty of negligent owners for all dog breeds, right? Because that's a variable. You know, a lazy human or a bad dog owner is a variable that can affect any dog breed. But it's just one dog breed doing the majority of the damage. So it's actually the dog breed, not the owner. There we go, Tyler Davis. Kill switch activated. Why allow people to have children when they can't take care of them, can't afford them? I agree with this concept, but having children is very close to survival. So my recommendation to anyone is don't let society tell you whether or not you can or cannot have children, because that is directly a direct attack on your survival as an animal. Don't let society neuter you ever. Mister, stick to politics. You're making fun of those guys who come in and say, stick to Pokemon. All right, Tyler Davis, that is one fat bag. Let's get that address. Here we are. This is a Pokemon card channel. Can we just talk Pokemon cards? Thanks. Why should I let the government settle what kind of dog I can have? That's a very good question, Joseph. And that's sort of the heart of the question that we're asking. Joseph, what if I wanted to have a couple pet tigers in your neighborhood where your children play street hockey? And you're assuming that I'll keep the tigers properly locked up all the time. But honestly, it's my gate. So you never really know if they do stay locked up properly. Would you be comfortable with me owning, let's say, some tigers, a couple bears? What if I own these really vicious animals? Like, let's say I was a collector of the most poisonous breed of snake in the world, and I just kept a whole bunch of them in a cage in my house. Would that be okay? You know, so the question is, when you own a type of pet that's dangerous enough to kill somebody, are you actually being a social danger to the people who have to live around you in that neighborhood, right? So you don't own the neighborhood, you own your plot of land, your neighbor owns their plot of land. You're in a public space, though. You live together in a what we call a neighborhood. So if you don't like the government telling you what kind of animal you have to live with, maybe it's not the government telling you, hey, I don't want you to own an animal that could maul my child to death for no reason. Maybe that's just your neighbor being concerned for the livelihood of their children, right? And so it's not like big government looking down and saying, hey, now you shall never own a tiger or a poisonous cobra. You know, they're not pulling at their twirly mustaches and folding their hands together to hurt you. It's probably the parents around you going, this is an undue risk that I shouldn't have to agree to this risk just so that my neighbor can enjoy his hobby of collecting an animal capable of killing my child. Your pet hobby does not take precedence over the risk of, you know, my child dying. Now, you could probably dismiss that and be like, oh, please, Cupcake's never going to kill you. But every year there's a number of people who die from maulings, and it's typically a child or an old person. So it's not like it never happens. So that's probably it. But I actually agree with you. I believe in small government. Primarily, I believe in low taxes. All right, let's see. Joshua Quintana, sublist ×1. Here we are. Pew pew if they come at me. There we go. Okay. Here's Jared Sonovic, 10 Evo Skies. No more orders, guys. We're done taking orders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. What if I told you poopy, poopy, pee, pee, caca, poopy? Hey! All right, I concede your point. Here we are. No more orders, guys. I might just not do these last orders because I was calling no orders earlier. I'll take a look at them. So, Jared. We're going to have another stream tonight. Braised pitbull meat. Must be so good. Here's Appleton. Here's Leafy On. No mo. I'll sick the dogs on you. Here's Snowleaf Badge Dialga. Rip Harambe. Yeah, Rip Harambe. Did you guys notice that the world seemed to just get far worse after the death of Harambe? Like, everything just went downhill from there. So Harambe passes away, and everything just goes bad. I have a Rottweiler, and they're awesome, just better pit bulls. Here's Espion. There we go. I have the same scissors. We're blood brothers. Can it ever be the kid's fault for them being attacked? My nephew teases their dog and gets bit. So let's say I own a child, and my child is so stupid that it teases a bulldog and gets mauled to death. I feel that I would rather live in a society where my kid can play around like an idiot and survive than be killed by your pet because you own a pet large enough that it can kill a child, right? So that's the kind of society I think we should build, because we know that children are pretty stupid. Children are real dumb. And besides that, I do value human children way, 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 way more than anyone's pet. It doesn't matter what the pet is. It could be like an orangutan. It could be a dolphin. I would kill them all before I said, oh, yeah, well, you know, well, he deserved it. You know what I mean? Look at the kid. He was provoking him. He was a stupid kid. You know, that's your human offspring. You're supposed to protect your human offspring, even at the expense of a different species. If you don't have that mindset, then you just got kind of a weak mindset, in my opinion. I wouldn't want to be your kid. I'd rather have my parents who look out for me, you know what I mean? My goldfish pull a gun on me. Here's Jared Everett. He says I have a bag. Let's find this bag. Oh, Mr. Senovic. So you're not in here. So you must have a bag over here. I was a kid once. I did stupid things. I don't think I should have to die for those stupid things. I was a kid. I taunted, I teased sometimes. I was also taunted and teased by other kids. That's just the nature of children. You cannot value like a pit bull over children. If you're someone who values pit bulls over children, maybe there's a special society you can move to for like pit bulls, right? Yeah, my pit bull is more valuable than your child. Ben Wright says, one last Evolving Skies. All right. We have an 11-month-old and had to rehome our dog because she was food aggressive. Looking for a playground? Oh my God. Here's Hoppip. Ben, maybe leave it up to Jamie. Jamie seems to know what she's doing. Here's Hoppip. Boink. Okay. Here's Joseph Juarez. Bulk grade my Mega Mewtwo full art in my bag with QR scan and one slime. Okay, one slime snipe. I'm happy with the number of grades we got today. That's a good number of grades, and I think we'll get more tonight. What's up, Funko PDX? We got to get about 30 grades per day so that John's always got something to work on. If he can't get 30 grades, we might have to make him part-time. So Joseph, I don't want to do that to him. Here we are. All right. He said the Mega Mewtwo. That's this beautiful guy. Here it is. Oh, man, that looks good. Please send all your pit bulls to Washington, D.C. Man, that looks nice. Man, those dogs just keep barking at something. Is it like a raccoon? I'm more worried about human predators against children. We got to protect our children. Hey, mister, what time is the stream tonight? So probably it'll start at 11 a.m. or I would say 12 a.m. That's what I meant to say. Yeah. Sometimes it starts a little later. All right. Very good. Jack the Ripper, 4 packs of WEISS. Is it wrong to pick up girls in a dungeon? Okay, Jack the Ripper. Where is my WEISS? Are we sold out? Oh no, we have a little bit left. Just a little bit. Almost out of these. Do I DM you the timestamp or John? We have a channel in Discord called the Timestamp Channel. Head over there and make your post in the timestamp channel, okay? There we go. Honestly, I believe the timestamp's kind of a big deal for these Cardconomist graded cards, because if you pull a really good card and you put that into a timestamp, I feel like that ups the value of the grading. There we go. Boobies. Boobies. Hollow. Hollow again. Did you hear about the streamer getting mad at chat and made a bad apology video? What? Tell me about it. Send me a link to it. I'll watch it later. Maybe. Maybe I'll watch it later. Was he a PokeTuber? Okay, girl with the bag on her back. Whoa! Holy hoochie mamas. Mama. All right, Jack the Ripper. There you go. Let's find your bag. I don't know if I want a pit bull eating peanut butter off me. What? Ah, here we are. Jack the Tipper. Okay, you got one holographic boobies girl. Very good. I had a lot of fun. I'll see you guys tonight, huh? Oh. So this is a Gregory Pablo Penny message. Transfer my Phantom Forces spot for 5 spots of Unified Minds. Okay. Gregory Pablo. Okay. Ooh, Unified Minds. There we go. I don't like how YouTube won't let me tell me you're live until I click on your channel. Oof, that's awful, man. I don't like how... Oh, I already read that. It is always a bad owner, says Dobo. It's never the actual breed of dog. It's always the actual owner. All right, guys, I had a lot of fun. It's funny because people who say that, I bet you there's a couple liberals who have said that, but they don't believe that the same concept applies to gun ownership. Somebody shot all these kids with the gun. It's not the gun's fault. It's the owner's fault. They don't believe that. They believe it's the actual gun's fault. But then they'll come over to perhaps pets. And let's say a pet's responsible for doing more of the mauling, more of the biting. They'll go, well, it's not the pet. It's the owner, not the pet. I blame the kid. Yeah, it's the kid's fault. Maybe the kid was provoking him. All right, we have a lot of fun with that Pitbull stuff. It's a very interesting conversation, not a common thing. You know, it's not talked about a lot in politics, I guess, but it is a subject we talk about on this channel a bit. Yeah, see you guys tonight.